Okay, let's proceed to our fifth problem. As you can see, the problem now is getting much larger, and the given items are not really constant. Like they can be seen from year one to year five, and etc. So we have a small drainage equipment project, and it requires an initial cost of 1.2 million pesos. This is our initial cost. Now, this one generates an annual net benefits of 360,000 pesos from year 1 up to year 5. Now, along the way, this project or the equipment project requires a major repair, and that major repair is cost as a cost of 150,000 pesos, and this occurs at year 3. The salvage value at year 5 is 200,000 pesos. We have a minimum attractive rate of return that is equal to 10%, and determine the discounted payback period. Okay. So for this one, we have a small drainage project, and it requires this following data or given. Now, if you have this specific type of problem, again, you just list what are the given items or problem. First is we have the 1.2 million. Another one, we have our 360,000 pesos. And we have also another one, we have 150,000 pesos. And we have also 200,000 pesos. And we have a 10% more. First is you're going to determine the different monetary values and then identify what does each of these represents. The 1.2 M is our initial cost. Therefore, its timing is at year 0. The 360,000 pesos is our annual benefit. So when we say annual, it means that every year we are expecting a benefit of 360,000 pesos. So that is, and the timing is from year 1 up to year 5. Now there is a 150,000 pesos. What is this 150,000 pesos? This is a major repair. And when does this occur? Its timing is at year 3. And lastly, we have our 200,000. The 200,000 is our salvage value. And salvage value occurs at the end of its life, particularly at year 5. And then the 10% is our MAR or the minimum attractive rate of return. Okay, so as we will not be confused with each of these costs, let's apply some sign convention. The 1.2 million is an initial cost. This is an outflow because the money was going out. This is a cost. And let's take this as a negative cash flow. The second one is a benefit or revenue. Therefore, this is an inflow. This is an income. So we'll use a symbol of positive. We have a major repair, even though there was no, I did not write the cost there, but simply speaking, when we say the cost for the major repair or the major repair, that means that this is an outflow. You use a money or the money was going out. This is a negative cash flow. And lastly, we have a salvage value. And we know that the salvage value is an inflow, therefore we assign a positive sign for this one. And how about for the MAR? We do not assign a sign for the MAR because this is our minimum attractive rate of return. And then you're asked to find the discounted payback period. So we have our payback period and the discounted payback period, and our discounted payback period is the length of time required, or the length of time where our um, initial cost or the invested amount is or has been recovered. But when I say discounted, it means that we also include the time value of money in our calculations. So let's move on to our this one. So at year zero, we have an initial cost of 1.2 million pesos. I'll just write this as negative 1,200,000 pesos. At year one, we have a benefit of 360,000 pesos. At year two, we also have our benefit of 360,000 pesos. Now at year three, we also have our benefit of 360,000 pesos. However, there was a major repair during this time. That's why we subtract from our benefit the 150,000 pesos. Now, overall, this becomes 210,000 pesos. So, at the end of year 3, our net cash flow is just 210,000 pesos. Still positive. At year 4, we have our again, a benefit of 360,000 pesos. And at year 5, we have our 360,000 pesos annual benefit. And we also have our salvage value worth 200,000 pesos. So our overall net cash flow at the end of its life is 560,000 pesos. The first thing that we are going to do is we are just going to discount the cash flow. By saying discount, it means that we are going to get the present worth of the cash flow. That is just the thought of this one. So let's start with by the way, we let me just write our minimum attractive rate of return is 10%. Okay. 10%. Sige. Okay. Let's start with our at year zero. The present worth of our year zero, which is negative 1,200,000, is just itself. There are no changes with this one. Next is for the year one. So there is already a movement of the time. And we are going to discount this given cash flow. So to discount, we are just going to get the present worth. The present worth is 360,000 pesos times 1 plus the more, that is 10%, raised to negative 1. And this is an equivalent present worth of 327,272.727. What formula did I use to discount? We just used this formula from our compound interest. The present is equal to the future times 1 plus I raised to negative n, or this is just similar with f over 1 plus I raised to n. Next is at the year 2, we have also our 360,000. So we just discount this. By discount again, we mean that we are getting the present worth of that. So 1 plus 0.1 raised to negative 2. And the present worth of our 360,000 pesos at year 2 is equal to 297,520.661. Now, at the end of year 3, we have 210,000 pesos. So we just apply the same compound interest formula. So as you can see, instead of using the uniform series here, we are discounting each year. We are getting the present worth of each year. And then we apply the cumulative DCF in the next step. So the present worth of 210,000 pesos will be 157,776.108. And for our year 4, This is just 360,000 times 1 plus 0.1 raised to negative 4. And that is 245,884.844. And lastly, at tier 5, we have 560,000 pesos. And same process, that is just 560,000 pesos times 1 plus 0.1 raised to negative 5. This is equal to 347,715.941. This is our discounted cash flow for each of this. Now, next is we are going to get the cumulative DCF. At year 0, our cumulative DCF is just 1,200,000 pesos. And what will we do with this one is, since this is the cumulative amount, for the year 1, we just add the negative 1.2 million with the discounted cash flow of the year 1. And this is equal to, we have a negative 872,727.273. Now, yeah, just apply same process for the rest. You add this with that, and we have our negative 575,206.612. And again, same process. We add this to there, and we will have negative 417,430.504. And then at year 4, we are going to add the cumulative, the discounted cash flow at year 4. So this will become negative 171,545.66. And lastly, we are going to add the the discounted cash flow at the year 5. And this will become positive 176,170.281. So, our discounted payback, have you already calculated the discounted payback? In this problem, what I've shown you is that we haven't calculated yet the exact discounted payback. But we know that the initial cost was recovered after year 4. Why? Why can we say that the initial cost was recovered after the year 4 or at the year 5? Because there is already a change in sign. The sign was already positive. Now, how can we get the discounted payback period? So this is just the formula I'm going to show you. A plus B over C. Or the A is the year with last negative DCF, cumulative discount cash flow. And then our B is the last negative cumulative discount cash flow over the difference of this is the positive cumulative DCF plus the negative of the cumulative DCF. Okay. So the year with last negative cumulative DCF is year 4. The last year with the negative value or the negative cumulative DCF is the year 4. Therefore, this is our A. So this is 4 plus, and then we have our last negative cumulative DCF. This is our last negative cumulative DCF. So we just plus 171,545.66, and then over the positive one, we have the 176 170.281, 176, 170.281. And then we add the last negative cumulative DCF of 171,545.66. Okay. And our answer, our DPP or discounted payback period was equal to 4.49 years. So the amount was recovered uh, by almost 4 years and 6 months. So this will be our answer for the problem. The amount was recovered at 4.49 years. This is what we call the discounted payback period or the time required to recover our initial cost or initial investment.